hospital. Now, if you're in the hospital, you may have to pay a large hospital bill, which may suck. Which means your parents would have to work overtime. And when your parent works overtime, it's good because they get more money. When you get more money, you can buy really cool stuff. If you get cool stuff, you can buy an Xbox 360. Xbox 360s are cool because they have all the cool stuff and all the greatest visual graphics. Visual graphics are designed by extreme computer nerds. Most computer nerds do not get laid in high school. Okay. That is because they do not talk to girls because they are too scared to talk to girls. Pimps are not too scared to talk to girls. That's why they have lots of girlfriends. Having lots of girlfriends can be good, but it can also be bad. Seeing as in the case where your girlfriends get jealous and then they beat each other up. If they beat each other up, then they would go back to the hospital where you'd have to pay more outrageously large hospital bills. Now if you go and save them from the hospital, they would take you out of the hospital, and then you could meet them when you're out of the hospital. Now, when you're out of the hospital, you might take them in a car. Your car is fueled by gas, unless you have a car fueled by ethanol or by electricity. Electric cars can be very useful, but they can also be very bad. If you're in an electric car and it goes out of gas, then you're screwed. Or it would go out of electricity, then you're screwed because of the lack of the electricity. Lack of electricity can be really bad. Say that you were in New York City and the electricity went off. Well then, it would all be dark. Being dark is not cool because weird things can happen in the dark. If you're in the dark and you get robbed, that's not good. Now let's say you try and attack the robber that robbed you. If you beat him up with a crowbar, you become a hero. Being a hero is good. Heroes are worshipped. Everyone loves a hero. Heroes are good because they save people. When you save people, people give you stuff. Like free things, such as a free cell phone. If you had a free cell phone, you wouldn't have to pay for it. And you could talk to people whenever you wanted. Being able to talk to someone whenever you wanted is valuable. Because then you can just call up your friend and talk to him whenever you want. Now if your friend is busy, he may be angry when you call him. If your friend is busy, he'll get angry when you call him, and then he will proceed to not be your friend anymore. If you don't have any friends, that's bad because you'll be a loner. Now being a loner is sort of good but sort of bad. It's good because you have lots of time to spend by yourself. But having lots of time to spend by yourself can be bad because then you can get weird ideas. Like you can start going like or do things that are really weird. Now, if you go like too much, you might get sent to the psycho hospital. If you get sent to the psycho hospital, then that's really bad because they treat you like a psycho. And they think you're really weird and they put you in a room with a lot of yellow pillows. Now, yellow pillows are good, but I prefer white pillows because white pillows will not leave spit stains. Now, spit stains are bad because then people can see that you left a spit stain on your pillow. Spit is actually called saliva, and it comes from the inner part of your mouth. Your mouth, there are small saliva glands inside your mouth. Now, right next to your saliva glands are your teeth. Teeth are what you use to eat. Eating can be very useful. Eating is what feeds your hunger. Now, if you're hungry, you may want to eat foods that's using your teeth and your saliva glands together. My favorite kind of food is barbecue. Barbecue is really, really good. There are several different restaurants for barbecue you can go to. Famous Dave's, Corky's, Arthur Bryant's, Corky's, KC Masterpiece. I already said Famous Dave's.
You said Corky's twice.
Never been there. Anyway, now once you go to a barbecue restaurant, you may want to wash your hands before you eat. If you don't wash your hands, you can get germs on your hands. Having germs on your hands is bad because germs make you sick. If you get sick, it's not good because then you have to stay in your house. Staying in your house is not cool, especially if you're sick, because then you just have to stay in your bed all day. Now, it can be good because you can play Xbox and listen to music all day. Unless your mom is like mine and won't let you play Xbox when you're sick. Then, you can sneak play Xbox. If you sneak play Xbox, then you're doing it while she's not seeing it. But if she comes down, then you get grounded. Being grounded is bad because you're also stuck inside your house. Being stuck in your house is not good, as I already stated. When you're grounded, it's especially worse because you can't go out or anything. Now, if you can't go outside of your house, you may become psycho. I already mentioned what happens when you become psycho. But the other aspect of staying inside your house too long is developing a respiratory problem. A respiratory problem is bad. A respiratory problem will clog your lungs and make you unable to breathe. Breathing is one of the most important vital humanity signs. If you're not breathing, then you'll most likely die. Now, your lungs are what you breathe through. You have two lungs. Every time you breathe in, your lungs fill up. Every time you exhale, your lungs go out. Now, when you breathe in oxygen. When you breathe in oxygen,
Want to
the
wrap it
oxygen
up sometime
is sent
soon?
through your heart and it goes through the rest of your body. Now, the oxygen inside your heart is transferred to your blood cells. Now, once your blood cells are done with oxygen is turned into carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, which is exhaled out through your mouth. Now, carbon dioxide that comes through out of your mouth into the air is what feeds the plants. Plants are green things and use
Tie it all back to one word.
they use photosynthesis to use the carbon dioxide into the air. They use it to make their food, which is sugars. Sugar is very good. Now, sugars can be found in many unhealthy foods, such as cookies, brownies, and other things. Now, you may buy a brownie at a certain stall. There are lots of different stalls. Some stalls are located on the street. Other stalls are located inside Disney World. Now, being in Disney World is very fun because you can go on lots of rides. However, some rides may be tied to long lines. Long lines are horrible. You do not want to get stuck in a long line. Now, you don't want to get stuck in a long line. Just kidding. I'm done.